Naruto fans have been waiting long enough. After 7 very long years, we finally got a trailer for a new game in the Storm series. We all watched it with 7 years worth of anticipation, and then we all cried inside a little. No new story, old animations, and only 2 new characters. The wave of disappointment has hit the community, and it hit hard. But don't lose hope just yet. Despite the severely underwhelming trailer, there is more to the game than meets the eye. I've decided to split this video in 2 parts. In this part, I'll explore all the official information about Storm connections, and later, in part 2, I will get deep into the leaks and speculation. All the sources can be found in a Reddit post in the description below. Section 1. What the game is. First, let's clarify what Naruto x Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections actually is, and what it is not. Storm Connections is the latest installment in the Storm series, and while it has many similarities to its predecessor, it's important to note that it's not a remaster of Storm 4, but rather an entirely new addition to the Storm series. Section 2. Release date. Although the exact release date is still unknown, we do know that it will be sometime in 2023. Considering that CyberConnect 2 usually announces their major games at least 6 months in advance, and that most websites don't even have pre-orders available yet, it's safe to say that we can expect the game to release somewhere between September and December. When the time finally comes, the game will be released for all current gen and last gen consoles, including Nintendo Switch as well as on PC via Steam. Section 3. Story. CyberConnect 2 usually doesn't reveal any new mechanics or show much in terms of gameplay in their announcement trailer. For 2 reasons. They want to be able to slowly reveal more and more information about the game to build up hype, and at that point of time the game is still very much in development and many things are subject to change. We know that the story mode will feature select, refreshed fights from the previous games in the series, starting at Naruto Part 1 and ending with the end of Shippuden, meaning that there won't be any story from the Boruto era. The old boss fights, especially from Storm 1, have aged quite poorly, so I think it's very likely they will be significantly refreshed, while fights from Storm 4 and 3 won't have much changed about them. To complement the fights, it is confirmed that the game will feature quote-unquote anime scenes. Whether that means animated scenes straight from the anime or freshly reanimated for the purposes of the game is still uncertain. But considering that about half of the anime is in the 4:3 aspect ratio, I think that at least some will be reanimated to fit the game's aspect ratio. On top of the recut old story, we will get a new game exclusive side story. Game exclusive meaning that it will not be based on manga or anime, but rather entirely new. Section 4. Graphics. All of the story will be in crisp 60 FPS on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and I assume PC, considering Storm 4 was already in 60 FPS there. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch will unfortunately be stuck in the early 2010s with 30 FPS. While Bandai's website states that the game will feature improved graphics, so far the only change we were able to observe in the trailer were some new filters and lighting effects, which you would be forgiven for not even noticing. Oh, and the glowing Sharingan eyes, which I find janky looking, but some people find them cool. Section 5. Characters. In terms of the roster, the game will feature all characters available in Storm 4, as well as many new additions. first of which to be revealed are Indra and Ashura. New characters should be slowly revealed in the months leading to the game's release. Notably, while we haven't seen any new Boruto characters just yet, the Naruto x Boruto license means that CyberConnect 2 now has access to all the Boruto anime characters, unlike in Storm 4 where they only had license to use Boruto the movie characters. While the story will most likely not cover the Boruto era, we can expect to see new Boruto characters in the game. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least found it informative. As you can hear, I'm not an English native speaker, and on top of that, that's my first time recording myself, and on top of that, that's the first time I'm writing a script. So, if you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like to let me know you appreciate the effort, and stay tuned for part 2 where I talk about leaks and speculation. So, see ya in the next video, and shout out to ChatGPT for helping me write this script.